Sasa how can I do that? What about the audio? Sarah? Jangan lagi.
At the Forest, home ground to Kabras RFC, defending their title, going for the 4th consecutive title, and they are playing against Menengai Oilers. They are brothers in the Rai family. Home ground to Kabras. Second time they are meeting in a finals, defending their title. Attempt for Menengai Oilers 4th consecutive title. For the first time they are playing against Menengai Oilers. They are brothers in the Rai family. 4 consecutive ones. Second time they are meeting in a finals. Second for Menengai Oilers. Menengai Oilers to get second half about to begin. Kabras leading 7-9 the Kenya Cup. They were very clinical in the first half. 4 just a few visits into Oilers territory. Or the first 2 tries. One from the Menengai Oilers, George Nyambua. second half about very Kabras leading 17-9. Second one from Eric very clinical in the first half after just a few visits. Kickoff in Oilers territory recovery and they got 2 tries. Scoring of a try within seconds. George Nyambua and off we go for the second half. Same script all over again. Eric Cantona very good at restarts, good retaining possession and the kickoff recovery and something that Oilers have scoring of a try within seconds. Still leaking in that off we go for the second half. Same script all over again. Kabras very good at restarts, retaining possession back in and it opens up for him. Some of that Oilers have not yet worked on. Still Oilers do well to scramble. Just looks like a tip tackle there, but survives stepping back in and it opens up for him. Sorry, doesn't make much out of it. Marianga the base. Oilers do well to scramble, taking it slowly, waiting for an looks like a tip tackle there, but strong survives with the ball. It doesn't make much of. Now goes for a cross kick, a box kick. Cantona at the end of it misses it, but it's a knock on. Just looking at this as it unfolds, you can now see what the script is for Kabras. Out of it, drag the Oilers defense to one side, controlling issues, keep taking it short, slowly around the waiting around the runs, and then just positioning their wingers for a cross kick. It's happened for them.
Oi.
It's time now. They're still at the end of it all. They have the ball because it was a pressure kick knocked on by Oilers, and they are pinned. Strong carry in goes with the ball there. Now goes for a cross kick, a box kick.
Hii fiber ni kwenye wameileta late. Ile kwanza iko fiber. Gani? Ile kwanza. Game kwanza. Tuko stream. Tuliachana nayo.
Nice three. Frank, I'm sorry. Frank, we had a shot. Angalia kwa kamera tu. Ikienda kurusho.
Niambie.
Turn at the end of it, misses it, but it's a knock on. Just looking at this as it unfolds, you can now
Karibia, yani uko fast sana. By 3.
Tu hata ionyeshani. Tu ionyeshani hiyo throw in.
Okay. Sawa tena. Franco Colai.
see what the script is for Kabras. Drag the Oilers defense to one side, keep them short.
Interact.
Down in their 22.
Let's go, coach!
A game about territory, really.
Imekukula nini pale?
Nikata hapa.
The Oilers defense to one side, keep them short around the peeling around the racks, and then just positioning their wingers for a cross kick. It's happened for them. Tenth time now. They are still at the end of it all. They have the ball because it was a pressure kick knocked on by Oilers, and they are pinned down in their 22.
Let's go, coach!
A game about territory, really. And Kabras has just perfected the art of pinning opponents down. Oilers play using the same template, but
Mrasta ametoka.
Nimekula black kweli.
Ampe black like.
Mbona imechukua black?
Frank Rasta sio ni timu ya green. Okay, kuna mtu anagonga side yako Frank ball. Kuna mtu
Nothing working for them today.
Advantage, you've got advantage.
Changing fortunes here for Kabras. Chip and chase by Walter. Will he score? No. Too much into it. Goes all the way into the dead ball area, and they still had an advantage.
Sema Brayo, Brayo alive. Brayo alive.
Twende.
Ready and roll. Sio hii. Ona depend. Nimetaka
From the scrum, Adeka Bryson just following, and you can see communicating with Walter there. The execution of that chip and chase wasn't spot on. Saying just put too much in.
Ni kamera. Mbona kuna black?
To it and Kabras, and that's what we talk about art of variety in opponents down. Oilers playing defenders and right there. Nothing worked for them today. Said changing fortunes because Oilers have been very dominant in the scrums.
hiyo try mwisho hauna hii. Okay, play hiyo yango. Play hiyo yango tena. Konayo. Zaidi tukicheza zaidi. Konayo. Already. Sasa
Goja, relax.
But in that one, they got pushed back and penalized for it. They're also poor in just handling the rolling maul of Kabras. And in this case, they have been penalized.
Kuna black. Ni maana nashindwa.
Again, collapsing them all. Really tough times, tough start for them in the second half. Dukisa goes for the up and under, but no one really at the end of it. Penalty number 3. Changing fortunes here, beginning of the so Kabras this second half. Chase by
Rasta anaona Rasta kamera tu Rasta wa green.
Inatoka.
What's the decision?
Oilers need to turn over one of these set pieces and get out of here if they are to remain in this match. If they are to concede now, it will become a mountain. A real mountain to climb, given that they have not shown any momentum in terms of scoring a try. Maybe too much for the boot of Omela to put them back into the game. Walter, will he score? No. Too much into it, goes all the way into the dead ball area, and as I say so, they contest this one and reap rewards for it. They have to exit here and ensure that they can pile pressure on Kabras in their territory.
Number 14.
They still had an advantage from the scrum. Adeka they're lucky to have Samson Msomu, number 9. He's a wily campaigner. He's evergreen. He has seen it all.
got the wrong one.
Hapana. Niko kwa B. Hizo.
Kama ya tu. Ana Zuma slowly mpaka pale wanafanya nini? Zuma slowly mpaka pale.
Played in the finals against Kabras last time and also while at Impala back in 2016. So he knows the pressure, he knows what to expect in such matches. Kabras scrum just Bryson just following, and you can see communicating with Walter there. The execution of that chip and chase wasn't spot on.
Dayo napata ujue. Dayo uko. Napia kwa chini ilifanyika.
Tuangalie, tutafute.
Dayo ndio karibu. France, Alan France, Braille Spain. Kama France. Kama Alan Zuma unarafu pan kwa kuanzana vya kumejaa. Usho vile kumejaa. Staba Alan and boss roll.
Pushing and shoving hard, strong and
going right side. Go.
enough to cause chaos in the ranks of the Oilers. And the referee just put too much into it. And this is what we talk about. Variety in attacking again. And the defender is a nightmare, not knowing what to expect. Say changing fortunes because Oilers have been very dominant in the scrums already there. But in that one, they got pushed back and penalized for it. They're also poor in just handling the rolling ball of Kabras, and they are able to sustain this case. Get rewards for this one. Walter Okoff goes over, short hard angle. Too quick. Well executed, slices through the Oilers defense. Was even touched. He came in on a hard angle, courtesy of that strong scrum. They have been penalized again. Onsomu just the mall. That was a mismatch. Really tough times, tough start for them in the second half. Dukisa goes for the up and under, but no one really at the end of it. That was a mismatch. Where were the backs? Where were the back rows? Where was the flyer? That channel was wide open. But he came in off as the first man onto the ball. It didn't go to the flyer. It went straight to Walter and he identified that gap. 5 meters out, you are not stopping him. Kabras tightening the screws into this game. 22-9. Sails over the posts and they stretch their lead to 24-9. This early in the second half. It's gonna be a tall order for Oilers. They have to give their fans something to cheer about because they are being put through the ringer here. Alarm bells all over for the Oilers technical bench. They have to see penalty number 3, how they will get out and out of the beginning of this second half. Good retention of the kickoff there by Kabras. They want to set up a proper exit play here. Sifuna with a strong carry. Secured, and Bariang now with options. Raises one, and as we watch there, John Okoth back from just easing back into rugby, easing back into top flight rugby after the leg break he had. Is onto the pitch wearing number 22, giving him time early enough to see if he can make some changes, and if there's anyone who can do that, of course it's John Okoth, weighing over 100 kilos and motoring on that wing. I would like to see him against Griffin Chow. Oilers need to turn over one leg to pieces and get out of here, taking their turn into this match. He's there to concede now. He's a strong ball carrier, very fast. He'll become a mountain, a real mountain to climb, and it's nice to have him back. Scrum time and Oilers with a quick ball off, and immediately Okoth gets well retained there by Oilers, and just looking to see if they can do some faces and pull in the Kabras defense. Going for the chip and chase behind there, just getting benefit of it. It rolls into touch. They have territory, given that they are shown something to work in terms of territory, momentum in terms of scoring hard line that he came through. Maybe too much for the boot of the men. I mean, put them back. Samuel Ongwamu left gasping, you know, and Onsomu didn't see that coming. Really well executed move. Strong carry there by the captain, and he bursts through the Oilers defense, taking down 4 so men. They need a quick ball here, but it is slow, so they have to kick and chase it. Box kick that doesn't go too far. These are where you get penalties for not retreating. The ref identified a knock-on from the Oilers players. Kabras just going through it meticulously, building their play predictably, but with efficiency and effectiveness. Not letting, as I say so, Oilers, they contest this one and reap rewards for it. They have to exit here. It's down to the simple basics. Understand the game plan, execute it, and it works for you. At times you have the game plan well thought out, but if the execution is poor, there is no coming back from that. Again, just turning around the defense there and missing the tackle, and Twalib now has got options here, and he kicks back into the backyard of Kabras, and Mutua with problems here to deal with. And pile pressure. Did he slap that ball into the dead area, the dead ball area? If he did, it could be a penalty and a yellow card. Quite lucky. There's no television match official here, but I think I spotted a slap on that ball. You're not allowed to slap the ball into touch onto the dead ball area. As you see that break from Twalib, chips it over, and it's a foot race there. Stundend. It was actually both a kick and a slap, and Kabras survived that, but they have work to do here in the fight. That you can see him punching. He was put to defensive test there, and has just survived it. If Oilers are to come back into this game, they have to take advantage of this opportunity. They have to score from this one. Elkins Musonye, another one who has seen it all, been in the pressure, been in big games, comes in at number 8. They will look into the experience to see if he can carry them over. He's a strong ball carrier. He has been at the back of these scrums for the longest time. Loose ball, opportunity lost, and it's all chaos here. There seems to have been an automatic being played. He's a wily campaigner. He's ever there was infringement at the scrum down. Oilers have to score from this. 12 minutes into the second half, 24-9. They need at least 2 scored tries and converted. If they have to have a shout, they have to have any hope at winning this. They've seen it all. Last time, of course, when they met, Kabras made light work of, played in the finals, Oilers in that finals in 2022 that was played at the Bull Ring. Kabras emerged winners 34-28. At one point, they were leading by a huge margin, but the east of the pedal just to give Oilers an opportunity to make that score respectable. But today,
Number 2. What is
that gap looks big,
here? Make a decision, please.
and Oilers
He's
have
out.
all to
Okay.
work for. During the league phase, of course, they met
Okay, captain, they're taking a scrum.
in Oilers' backyard. That match was a tight one. One of the few that Kabras didn't collect a bonus point.
Time is out.
The match ended 2014.
We just taking
Sifuna
a sub.
seems to be in pain here. Eugene Sifuna, his rib cage seems to have been rattled.
Yeah.
Seems to be holding it. I hope he's fine.
Yeah. Let's go.
And he
Please stand,
goes
guys.
out having done enough. Of course, they have Teddy Akala on the bench to come in and replace him. But he must have, that scrum must have cost him, must have been at the wrong end of some twists and turns there. We wish him well.
Let's go. Kabras.
Take 2 for Oilers in this scrum. They have an opportunity here. They have to score. I think that they have to get off this area with some points. That to stand a chance, and they lose defensive structure there. Walter comes to the rescue for Kabras, but Oilers will now build it up slowly.
They have playing advantage.
Build it up slowly. Kabras players at risk of no arms tackle, just diving onto their opponent's feet. Referee calls them no advantage, takes them back there. The Oilers, if I were them, I will just go back for the same scrum down. At some point,
Where the ball is.
Kabras players will risk getting a yellow for repeated infringements at this scrum
Captain.
in the red zone. So they should just keep at it until something gives.
Where do you want it? Here. Come here,
Teddy
Jess.
Akal, of course, in now at the front row. Will it have an impact on how they set
I
for
need you
this scrum?
strike the ball, man. Kick,
We
strike
will
the
see.
ball.
But in the last
Please.
2 scrums, Oilers have been steady and have shoved and have caused problems to Kabras time, resulting in also while at Impala back in 2016.
I penalized it.
The front row of Victor Were, Celestine Boy, and so he knows the pressure, he knows what to expect. This is where they earn their pay matches. Kabras scrum just pushing and shoving hard, strong enough to cause earn their pay. This is the time ranks of that you showcase the Oilers that you have worked on in the referee reward fund. Very steady there, not making any impression on the drizzling again. Scrum foot is quite strong carry there by Samuel Mvuamu as they go in. Kabras ready for them. Walter with a big tackle there on Gabriel Adero,
Number 9.
and they still go at it, ramming their way into Kabras defense, and the referee tells them to release as his knees hit the deck. Sonye with a carry there, barely gets through the defense, and a quick pick and go. That ball is being contested, but good retention there by Oilers. But being patient, and this is the way to go. They should just be careful not players to feel expected not to go off it.
Use the ball.
It's almost a discussion, and they're discussing how to set up a maul. Have they succeeded? I think they have. But Kabras just mother it. His fourth consecutive penalty against Kabras in the red zone. They are flirting with danger here. The referee has held back on issuing a card the whole game.
Points is the call.
And finally, the battle of wits, the mental battle already there. I think the Kabras have won it. Oilers decide to take the 3 points and regroup. Either way, they had to get out with points from this area. If they had lost this chance, then you will think they will lose all the momentum. Timothy Omelo with a successful lose all the momentum. Timothy Omelo with a successful three-pointer, taking the scores to 24-12. Still 2 scores are needed for them to come back into this match. A feature of this game is Kabras restarts. I think they have recovered 9 out of 10. They have worked on it and they have been good in recovery of the balls. As you hear the shouts and the cheers from the fans here, get to work for this one. Walter Koff goes over, the shots forward angle. The World Rugby have come in. 4 players coming in. Brian Tanga coming in to replace Barry Young at fly. Brad Mutua going out. In comes, we'll check and see, I think Alfred Orege. Also in the forwards, Emmanuel Otieno coming in. Kabras just trying to ensure that they smother and suffocate Oilers. Orege with his first contribution of the match, tapping the ball back. Ted Akala goes well executed, slices through the Oilers defense. Tanga just was even touched Kenya Sevens beauties. He came in on a hard angle. Courtesy of that strong scrum where we've had good outcomes as Kenya Sevens straight into the 15th mode of play.
Who's it?
Taking his time to study and get his rhythm into this game. Knocked on. Alfred Orege was looking and raring to go, but just knocks it on. Let's just look at the pass. Was it sympathetic enough? It was good enough. It wasn't rocketing into him, so that he should have just held. I think he was just eager to take off. His fans' favorite here at the Forest. He has very strong carries, hitting and ramming and charging through defenders.
Square up, please. Thank you.
He always brings the crowd to its feet anytime he carries the ball. And oh my, Onsomu that was a mismatch. That was a mismatch. Where were the backs? Where were the back rows? Where was the flyer? 9 put there by Oilers and Odero. And they get penalized immediately.
I want you to strike the ball, not striking the ball.
Referee calls Vincent Mukhali
I want you to strike the ball,
as
not
the
striking
offender
the
in
ball.
that scrum. He has been very consistent.
No, hold back. Hold
He's
back.
been very consistent in his calls. And as you try check and see what happened there, that channel was wide open. But he came in all about the hooking. It was all about the hooking. Meanwhile, Kabras just getting into Oilers 22, but they knock it on. Was it a forward pass? Advantage to Oilers, and they have to exit here with the rain coming down now,
Advantage is over.
increasing in drops, increasing quite by the minute. Getting heavier by the minute. Oilers now have to really play in Kabras 22. They can't hope to pass the ball out from this area.
Yeah, who else?
That ball is too slippery, it's too wet. The underfoot is also not favorable right now for running rugby. They have come to the ball. Something that they are very good at. It went straight to Walter. I have identified that gap in Samuel Moura. Tightening people who can actually work and create space and create territory for them.
No hands, no hands.
Kubu also has come into the fray. with a heavily strapped right knee.
Advantage.
The referee plays advantage for a knock-on by Kabras in that tackle. Kabras playing in the wrong place, really, and that's a better option. But the chase has to be spot on. They have given Cantona all the time to return that ball to the sender here. And you can see Cantona's kick was better. Although the chase was good, they missed those tackles. Now this is a try line. He sees the try line. He goes all the way. Oilers hit back. Oilers hit back. Oilers just getting the better. That missed tackle. Cantona with a good up and under. But the missed tackle released Alituali and goes through the hand. Crispin Shitundo offloads to his fellow center Samuel Umvuamu, who hands off the attentions of Brian Tanga and scores. This now becomes interesting. If Timothy Omele is able to convert that one, it will become an interesting match. That was really all that was needed from Oilers. They had to come back into this match. Sails over the posts and they stretch their lead to 24-9. These are those were two missed tackles, very costly from Kabras, and they have been punished by Oilers. Omela with what looks to be a successful kick. It goes over. And things are getting spicy here now. Oilers just giving themselves an opportunity to come back into these finals. Still enough time. As you see that Crispin Shitundo just 2v1 offloads, and Tanga had a lot of work to do there. The big man who goes over, Samuel Uvuamu. Really worked hard and has brought their fans back into this one, given them hope. Double knock on there from both sides. First knock on, of course, by Oilers. Referee stops it, no advantage. Kabras now look to work on how they can build up the lead again. 24-19, just one try separates the two teams. Oilers just working slowly but surely to get back into this match. You don't see them coming. You just realize they're on your back. And when they're ahead, you don't see them going. You just look at the scoreboard and they are gone. Oilers have a knack of just sneaking through you. Orege with a strong carry brings the crowd to its feet here, and they look to just go out wide, playing some moves. A big tackle on Cantona there. Samuel Moura having his man there, but there was a call in the second half by the referee. It's gonna be a tall order for Oilers, and immediately have to disappoint something to cheer about. They want to maintain that 7-point buffer. They are being put through the arena here as things go and get testing. The last time is Orege there, just going through the first man and then going to deck. High tackle there from Musonye. Elkins Musonye being penalized for that. Moura coming in strong and hard on Cantona, who looks at him bemused. There's a Kabras player getting treatment there as Bukisa attempts to go for an extra 3 points. Approaches and hits it and looks like it drifts wide. No, it goes through. Kabras have another 3 points. Gives them a breathing space, taking the scores to 27-19. And yes, Oilers need to score twice once more. Punch and counter punch from both teams. We still have enough time. Alarm bells all over for the Oilers. It's not yet over. They have to see by any stretch how they will get out and out of this. Good carry there. Tension hits deck. Tanga just looks for Bukisa to get them out of their area. He's been doing this well for Kabras the whole season. Hasn't played as many games as he would have wanted. Started playing in probably the last rounds of the Kenya Cup regular fixtures, but hasn't he come good for Kabras? Lost the line out, and they give Kabras the opportunity to just apply pressure on them. The kickoff there by Kabras. The referee plays advantage for not rolling away by the tackler. This ball is a problematic play here, and it's not. Sifuna with a strong carry. Turn, I think by both sets of players. Kabras doing the right thing, secured and just ensuring they pile pressure by territory and also looking for errors. In Oilers' backyard. Such a loose ball can easily be pounced on and you find yourself 5 points down. Kevin Wekesa also showing up there, seeing on the screen. Now is the Kenya 7 contingent as we watch there that have been utilized in the second half of this match. Roughly around 13 minutes to go. Carlos Katwa there, Walter Orangi, the sighting official himself, on duty. This very final game of a very long season, 2024-2025 Kenya Cup season, that has seen Kabras just cementing their place into the record books, unbeaten in 3 seasons. They have gone about this season being very clinical, not the fancy play we are using back in rugby, using back delivery, top flight match. They had the meanest defense at the end of the league phase of this Kenya Cup. They didn't attack as much as they would have wished or wanted. That honors went to KCB, scoring the most points, having them as favorites, but they came and stuck against Oilers, who are working quietly in the background, biding their time in getting themselves into the finals. Putting a good show here. The leg break he had is onto the pitch wearing number 22, giving him time early enough to see if he can make some changes. And if there's anyone who can do that, the tension levels will rise here. If they're to score a try, then it will be nervous moments. the Kabras fans.
So in that case, that player can't
So
come back
still
on.
much to play for, still all to play for. As you see the referee reading the riot act. I wonder after all these, it's job is no card. He's weighing over 100 kilos and motoring on that wing. I would like to see him against Griffin Chow. So he gets to restart. I would like to see him. Kabra in Oilers 22. Kabra's ball. Cantona lining himself up on the shorter side of the pitch, to the right of the scrum, Kabra scrum. He has such a deft step. If put into space, one-on-one, there will be a problem for the defender. Oilers doing a number on Kabra scrum, making it a mess. Giving pressure to the front row for Kabras. He's a strong ball carrier for the ball fast. Will be released from that scrum. The ref called it. And now Ali Twalib just gives them an opportunity in Kabras half.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. No, this is the middle.
For Oilers to attack. No panic buttons yet for Oilers, just going through it slowly, going through the paces. That ball just loose from that line out, and it's turned over. Is it? I think it is, yes. Wekesa just rips it off the Oilers player before he hits deck. Wekesa decides to carry that one, goes right at the center of Oilers defense. And they have another boot in Kubu who just takes them back into their 22, into Oilers 22, and dummies and goes. Some of Vuamu has been a thorn in the flesh of Kabras defenders this evening. That ball is loose, wet and loose, and it's nice to have him back. He's just chaotic all over. Moura steps one, steps two, but gets arrested and the ball is turned over. Now Kabras go to the left, numbers to the left there. Cantona is manhandled, placed on the deck, does well to retain that ball. And now proceeding slow down a bit. Huge collisions there. Oilers just coming under pressure here. Orege chases that one, and Ali Twalib steps in. These are danger signs. This is what happened last time. Ali Twalib puts the ball over the defense. That's a good return for them. It's a good return for them. Kabras not being able to get the best out of that exchange. Lost territory. Just less than 10 minutes to go. Whoever scores next really will determine the outcome of this match. As of now, it's not yet fully determined. Mwanji with the outcome of this match. As of now, it's not yet fully determined. Mwanji with a strong carry. He's always a hard runner. That's how he has fashioned his play. Very risky ball, very risky game there by Chow. Scrum time and Oilers the ball back into play as he heads immediately. Okoth gets that, can bring problems if it goes to the right hands. Man has been taken in air as he was going for the ball by Kabras players. The referee still has his cards in the pocket.
You can go if you want to.
Amos Obaye just feeling the landing heavily. He was taken out, well retained there by not allowed to play. Any ball carrier, as long as their feet are in the air. What a kick, what a kick. Very nice kick. Immediate pressure for Kabras here. 10 meters out, line out Oilers, and Just look, we haven't seen it. Oilers maul properly faces, and this is an opportunity for them to maul this one. If they can be successful
On the line.
with the underfoot just being this wet, they might have a good shove here. This is a crucial time for Oilers, really crucial time for Oilers. But they decide to run it out. And they have to be patient with this one. They have called for a maul. But Kabras saw that and put him down on deck.
18, use it!
They will still go for a maul.
Stay on your feet, support players, stay on your feet.
Now, warning bells here. Just 5 meters out. They have a lot of work to do here. They have set it up for a maul now, but the man is lifted high, but they keep going, they keep driving.
Ball is available,
The ball hits deck.
Stay on feet.
Alitwali says no, take it to the right.
Bandage.
And Rodero is just about to bring it to his side, but they knock it on, they make a mess of it, and comes to a halt.
No, we're going on. We're not stopping. Let's go. Stand up, please. No, there's nothing wrong with him. Let's go.
Well
Let's go.
to frustrate
Guys, come, let's go. There's a mark.
This was the turning point in the match. If they were able to score here,
Let's go.
then you will think that the last few minutes with Omela and his boots would have been very tricky for Kabras.
Is the sub in? Okay. All right, thank you. Oh, Kabras, let's go.
Kickoff exits from the center.
Oh, find everyone.
Done his bit, came in on a hard line, scored the second try for Kabras.
Must clearly hook the ball.
The third try for Kabras, sorry. Going for the cheap chase. Now as it is, cheap chase behind there, just the finishers have to do their job.
Put in the ball, 9.
Tanga with a
9, put in the ball.
last time that scrum did not
Ball is out.
survive and is being hustled and harassed there by Andrew Dero. Oilers doing good job of that scrum, hustling everyone from Tanga to Dukisa, and they repossess that ball, giving themselves another shot, another opportunity. But time is running out for them. Getting time is running out for them. They have to score twice. They have territory. They have to give the referee a hurry up here if they're to make any headways. Crispin Shitundo and Samuel Mvwambu just switching positions there, and you know something is cooking. Shitundo with a strong carry there, but he's isolated. That ball will be turned over. Very lucky to retain it. That was a lot of hard work.
Get out!
Kabras defending ferociously there and succeeding to get the ref's
No, he did
favor.
not. He did not. He clearly knocked the ball on when he
There
was
was a
picking it up.
knock-on at the
Ask him.
place of that mark.
Ask him.
But the Oilers players
Please, let's just keep the discipline. I can see what
the
is
referee
happening.
to check it out. There was no knock-on. They have claiming they have scored a
I'm talking
try.
about him.
Doesn't come out clearly in the replay, but the referee signals a knock-on. Kabras ball.
Let's go, coach!
Third straight scrum
Point!
for Kabras where they're under pressure. No ball, but hold on to this work with in terms of territory. Look at that hard. Oilers with a big shove. Oilers with a big shove, and they get a penalty.
On the 5, no!
And they quicked up and they go for the try, and this referee calls them back.
I told you in the pre-match you must take the ball at 8 feet. Yeah.
Oilers
There's the
giving
mark.
themselves every
There's the
chance
mark.
and every opportunity.
No, there's the mark.
Kabras though very stoic in defense,
Askis?
not ceding ground.
What you want to scrum? Oh, scrum.
have to say
They
that
want to
the
scrum.
bench-
Scrum.
Kabras
Here is the mark. Let's take it here.
Those who've come in have lowered the levels. They have gotten sharp ever since they made the changes. They are losing the scrum battles, but is it too late in the day for Oilers? They might just get something here.
Fight!
Crowd is silent, pensive, tense moments here. We don't know how much of the time is left of the referees. Samuel Mwamu was left, seems like with the last one, Elken Musonyi with a strong carry, and he goes over and he scores right at the center. It was coming, it was always coming. The pressure was a lot, the pressure was too much. With the changes in the scrum, it was bound to happen. Serial campaigner Elken Musonyi dots down for a 5-pointer, bringing the scores to 27-24 with a conversion to come. It was always coming. Oilers were just too supreme in this second half, especially after the changes in the scrum and just a couple of missed tackles there.
3 minutes.
Musonyi puts it in.
There is it.
Conversion is successful. Scores now go to 27-26. It's a one match. It's a 1-point match.
Let's go.
Just 1 point between them as Dukisa raises that ball to the skies.
From
Oilers have to get themselves back into Kabras territory if they have to have any hope with the time on the clock being against them. Quick ball, steps backing and gets stopped there by Oregi. Mwamu has really been good for Oilers this evening. Oilers have to work all the 70 meters if they are to score, if they are to get anything. They can't afford to kick this one. But that pass is wild right into their try box. How do they exit from here? Yeah, left with no choice. He had to kick it. Going to referee's time here, really. Any moment from now, the game will be over. And their captain is just hanging on. Oilers defense, 27-26. Hanging on. Opportunity to be in the history books for both teams here. Goal lost by Kabras, albeit they're in their 22, in Oilers 22. They have to work their way into Kabras half. Box kick there that goes into touch. It was in their 22, so they are aching their way down for still rotating to Kabras with a quick ball here. But it is slow. They have to turn over this ball. They have to turn over this ball. Successful line out there this time round from Kabras, and Mwanji carrying it into the heart of Oilers defense there. Now they are taking their time. Someone will fancy a drop kick here. No, Dukis has come into the base, so they'll keep building and playing just slowly, setting the platform.
no.
Ball is lost. Ball is lost there. It is loose and lost. Knocked on by Oilers, but the referee looks at his watch. Still some few seconds or so to play. These are pressure moments for both teams.
Let's go.
Really pressure moments. 1 point separates them. The referee's whistle.
Captain,
All
last
that
thing.
can settle it.
Let's go. In. Hook the ball. Let's go.
It has been a good final. Oilers just building and sneaking their way right into the conversation about being winners for this Kenya Cup. And
Hooked it.
my oh my, if they are to get any points here,
Advantage.
that doesn't go too far. Penalty for Oilers. That's what they were looking for. I think they'll still go for territory, get themselves into, yes, you see Twalib with the ball, you know they're going for territory. And from there they'll be able to just play around and see if Kabras can just give them a penalty. If they concede a penalty in their half, for sure, Penela will punish penalties.
Keep it
This is
open.
their game plan. This is what Oilers have been working on. very crucial line out. They have to retain
10
this
meters. 10 meters.
They have to retain this line out and then work it slowly, go through the faces. Not straight, but was there a contest?
No, we can't
Was
end,
there a
we can't
contest?
end on an error.
Well, the rules are clear.
The game can't end on an error.
And that's immediately what the players around the referee to ask him.
The outside
Did
shoulder, we
Kabras
still
also
blow it.
put somebody in the air to contest?
Since the ball is here, we still blow it. Options, line out or
That is
scrum.
an interesting interpretation.
Line out.
Of that law.
You want the line out? Yes.
If
Time
there is
is
no
over.
contest,
Line out. Line out is the pause. Line out.
players are the throw shouldn't necessarily be straight, but will
Keep it
defer
open.
us to the interpretation and the interpreters of the law, the rugby laws, and Kabras survive it. Kabras, referee blows the final whistle. Kabras now emerge the forfeit. They have won it 4 times in a row. They join the illustrious clubs Nondis Impala and KCB in doing forfeit. They have won it 4 times in a row. This is what they are waiting for.
In the back ball, if you're throwing in front or
We need
over the 15, or
won
if
it
you're
by
throwing in
1
the middle,
point.
if they're
And all the supporters
we still blow it.
onto the pitch,
Even if there's no contest, you understand. But well done.
celebrating
I
with
thought
their
you guys played
players
very well.
who
Well
have
done.
brought them pride, who have brought them glory, who have brought
Well
them
done, guys. You played
an opportunity to be in the history books of the Oilers. Kabras
I hope so.
Rugby,
I hope so.
draining the oil from Menengai, through it, just ensuring that they run away with the trophy
Well done.
predictably,
Good job.
with efficiency, really played it well,
Thank you, guys.
really
Thank you very much.
went ahead, never looked back, and they maintained the lead all the way to the end. It's been a grueling season for both teams. A lot of travel, a lot of games played, but at the end of it all, Kabras emerge winners, remaining unbeaten for the 3 seasons. They are surely a team to behold. Even as we watch them just celebrating, we'd like to thank you all for joining in. We'd like to thank all the fans who have kept in touch with the rugby throughout the season. As we look at the scenes there, rewards for supporting their team. The effectiveness, not letting in. We want to thank our sponsors Tasker, who've come through in a big way,
Don't do it.
and we want to thank you too for supporting rugby. We will catch up later, even as the awards ceremony goes on. It's been a good one. You've been with me, Elijah Toili. We look forward to the next season and we wish you all well.
Seven 26. 14, the last 15 minutes.
Down to the simple basics, understand the game plan, execute it. Sikiza.
Niwe ndo valisha MC.
Turning around the defense there.
I've been checking you